Okay, hi. This is an introduction and some guidance on how to accomplish the client for our final project that's going to be run as a game on Thursday. I apologize for the amount of time it took me to get this out. There's a number of details I had to work out. This is the first time we've done this game. So what I want to do is I want to walk through the different components that we're going to need to put together for this assignment and sort of show you what the elements are and how they fit together. It's a lot like our GPS drawing assignment, but we'll start with a new project in Unity. So now for an overview, let's switch to Unity real quick and see what we've got right here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and play it. And what we see here is we see a world and a camera view that's being controlled by, in this case, a mouse, but it'll be controlled by a gyroscope on the computer that we'll use later. All right, this is the territory that maps to a physical territory in the real world. This piece right here is laid over my neighborhood, I think. And what you can see is that there's one tower that's been placed, and that tower has the color red, and because the simulator has been running for a while, the game engine's been running for a while, they've claimed all of the locations on the board, and so they're winning right now. Now the UI is a little bit funny because this is being played in the web player, and so I also have a version of the player that's running on an Android emulator so that you can see the full UI that's in place. So let me bring that over to the screen. Okay, here is the full UI that we've got operating, and I want to walk through the different pieces and describe what they are. All right, let's start up here. The way I have my UI laid out is that I want a button that's always available that can refresh the state of the game. So when I click this button, this fetch status button, what that does is it goes and it gets a copy of the state of the game from the game engine, brings it back to Unity, and then I redraw in Unity the game board so that I can walk around it using the gyroscope. I only need to get the state of the world occasionally, and then once I have the state of the world, I can walk around that snapshot of the world as the game proceeds. This expand button causes the rest of the UI elements below it to come and go so that I can get a clear view of the world if I want to see what's happening. So for example, if I remove this, then I can look around the world a little bit more clearly. You can see there's that one tower that we saw before. I'm going to re-expand the board for a second. You're going to see we have a place here for your current location. This is a field that just shows the current location from the device. Here's the place where I would like to place a tower, so let's go ahead and place a tower at this location. Now that hasn't been uploaded yet. It's just the location that's been stored in Unity. And this is the bomb location. Let me place a bomb here. Now when there's network coverage, there's always network coverage with this emulator, but what I can do is I can then upload the tower and upload the bomb. So if I upload the bomb, that sends this stored bomb location to the game server, and once it's been successfully received, then it will clear out this bomb location. Okay? So now if we go back to another view, a little bit faster, we go back to the web view, we hit play, we fetch the status, we make the UI go away, and you can see that a bomb was dropped in that location with the other client, and it cleared out the territory there so that I could place a tower there or something else. Now the bomb probably shouldn't have gone off quite so fast, but I'll look into that in a little while. It should have had a fuse that took about 5 minutes. Okay, back in our UI. Okay, so here, these are 3 stored locations. Over here are places where you can type stuff in. You can type in the name of the world that you're operating with. You can type in the password for the world we're operating with. Now this is a game session, and so you have to have these set in correctly to be able to participate in the game. And then your player name and your player password are required for some of the functions in order to operate. So these are 2 fields that enable you to enter that in. Finally, I have a field where you can enter in codes, and these codes change the amount of time it takes to regenerate towers and to regenerate your bomb placing capabilities. The codes are going to be located on pieces of paper in the playing field, and so this button here subsequently takes this code and uploads it. The last feature that I have in the GUI is a leaderboard, and the leaderboard, when you click it, goes out and it gets the information about who's winning. And right now you can see that Theo is winning with 39,000 points, with 39,000 territories, and the Barbarian, which is sort of the default, no one owns it, location, has 215 locations. So I expand that and then clear that error. Okay, so that's the general gist of the game. I'm going to stop the video here, and then we'll look at the we'll go ahead and look at the components of it, and then we'll walk through the components one by one in videos. Okay, the components that we have in order to make this work is we have a camera component, we have a GUI. The camera is responsible for moving the camera as you move the phone around. The GUI is responsible for drawing the heads-up interface, and I actually have the GUI responsible for drawing the world as well. My location is a component that's responsible for getting your location from the device, and my network helper is a component that's responsible for moving stuff to and from the network. World is just a hierarchy that I have set in place so that we can, so that there's just a few elements on the screen that serve as game markers, so that as I'm moving the phone around in the real world, I can sort of tell what's going on with respect to changing the position in the game world. So I just happen to, I have 3 palm trees which which are at 0, 0, 0 and 0, 100 in the world. So I kind of can just see where it is I am. Okay. I also have put down some text onto the ground so that I can see where north, south, east, and west are according to the game world when the simulator is running. Okay, let me stop there, and in the next video we'll look at some of the components and how to fill them out.